Why we haven't heard or seen it, there is something to perceive. A novel type and hype, give us something to believe on. When they chose to focus emphasis, we're forming a hypothesis. But all we really know is that we're stoked on this. Stoked on this. Stoked on this.
Hi everyone, this is Stoked on this.
No, it's... Oh boy! Oh boy! This is Mickey Mouse.
Hey Goofy, you want to listen to some Stoked on this? We're going to listen to some Stoked on this.
Pluto shit in the bed. Oh boy!
So this is Stoked on this. Gosh, Mickey.
Hello, my lady doves.
Okay, we keep devolving into just speaking in different tongues. Is that correct? I don't think so.
That was not speaking in tongues, Jordan.
So I want to mention something here real quick before we go. I mentioned this on the past few podcasts, but we have an Amazon link on our wreckmypodcast.com. Go click that, give us some money, because I am getting, I want to buy more stands because we were just talking about this. We keep slamming our hands, and every time we slam...
Wait, ready? Example.
Yes, and it's annoying. It's super annoying. So I want to get some new stands or some new way of having these mics so that we can actually, because we're very, very vocal and we're very, very not flamboyant.
No, I'm flamboyant.
Well, yeah. What's the word?
We gesticulate.
Yes, we just.
Gesticulate.
Are you allowed to do that in public?
I do it anyway.
Yes, we do. We use gestures a lot and we slam a lot. And we're very expressive. We're very expressive about when we make points. So help us out if you want to actually not hear us slamming our fists on stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is the podcast where we talk about what we're super excited for in pop culture for this week. Krieger, I'm going to come to you first because I know you're super prepared. I'm just kidding.
I actually
did you get one now?
Something.
Okay, what is it?
They announced when the new Game of Thrones season will first air.
And when is that?
There's a teaser trailer which I refuse to watch.
It
I'm not
is
gonna watch it.
Why do you refuse to watch
April 14th.
I don't want
April
to ruin
14th.
anything.
April 14th is when Game of Thrones comes back into our lives, everybody.
Yeah, you guys are all into Game of Thrones.
Love
I've
it.
never watched it.
Which is so funny because it is totally up your alley.
Yeah.
Well, you have not really. He's not into medieval.
Yeah, the only thing I watch that's medieval is Lord of the Rings, and even that I'm not super into or anything.
But I mean, you have until April.
Then I'm
watch it with
super
Krieger.
stoked
I'm more
about that.
sci-fi.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
then what's your opinion on? Well, I didn't know there was
What's
a
my
first
opinion on
season. That I saw a trailer for the second season of this new Star Trek show. Have you watched?
Oh,
it?
Discovery? I didn't watch Discovery because I watched the Orville, and that's more Star Trek. And that's I'm just so sick because I don't know. The Star Trek stuff is so. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just kind of got flamboyant.
Expressive.
I got burned out. Gesticulate. I got burned out of Star Trek. 'Cause there's so many series and everything, so I'm kind of just letting the Discovery sit for a while.
Okay.
I'll see the new one with Picard. That whenever that one's supposed to come out, I think in the end of 2019. I'll watch that one because it's the next gen people I know. But I never got into the Discovery one.
Well, then I guess we'll make the Stoked on this #/ I don't know why I said hashtag, but
#/ I don't know why I said hashtag.
Can we do a hashtag with just Slash's face from Guns N' Roses next to it?
Hashtag
Did I ever tell you guys the story about when I met him at school?
Slash?
Yeah.
No.
Slash's son was taking a tour of my campus. And Slash, I met him. I wore my leather jacket to school that day. I was like, I'm going to look so
How
cool.
metal.
Nice.
Okay, and I was like, oh, my students will dig this. And then I walk into the faculty lounge, and Slash is sitting there with his son in a leather jacket.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, no.
Were you wearing the same sunglasses too and a top hat?
No. But
Okay.
But I walk up, and I was talking to his son. I was like, hey, you interested in film classes? What's going on? Hey, I teach film, all this kind of thing. And then I shook his hand, and then I shook Slash's hand, and I was like, hi, I'm Cam. And he goes, I'm Slash. And I went, is that your real name?
Oh, that's good.
Real name.
That's good.
He didn't
Edward.
tell me.
Did he give you a little
he
chuckle?
smirked and was like, huh. And then flash forward, he's touring my classroom while I'm teaching.
Oh, nice.
And I share
How
a
does
wall.
flash forward?
Did you say slash forward?
Hold on, he's broken.
Nice.
too, but-
Nice.
He's broken. You got to put another coin in.
Yeah, put another corner.
Hey, grab one out of your coin
in
purse.
my butt.
It's in my prison wallet.
And then my classroom shares a wall with the music room, where
Okay.
all the guitars are, all the amps, everything. And so he's in there, and I look at my students, and I go, hold on. And I open up the door, and I go, oh, you want to jam? And I handed him a guitar, and I handed me a guitar, and I was like, I'll play lead. And my students laughed so hard, and
And he just looked at you judgingly.
he hated me.
Oh.
I was gonna say the balls to do that.
I teach
And
it.
Slash's son does not go there.
I teach his son. I teach Slash.
Oh, you do
Oh,
teach
wow.
now.
Yeah.
I would have
So his
loved.
son's like, yeah, stick it to my dad.
I would have loved if you were like, "Is that your real name?" And he's like, "No, my name is Edward Slashifer the Third." That would have been amazing.
I really wish he named his son Dash.
Oh, dash
Or
slash
or
dash.
backslash.
Or back.
Backslash.
My name is backslash live.
You're going through roll call, and it's like Johnny here, hyphen here,
Yeah,
Long. I don't know. You have weird students.
Pooh.
Cook poo. Like, good joke, guys. Anyway,
that
So
was
that's
the
what-
time I was a dick to a famous person.
there you go. So you're excited for Game of Thrones, Krager?
Well, also I was gonna say, what I was
You
trying
only-
to
you only
what I
get
was-
one.
What I was,
No, go for
what I
it.
was trying to
You
get
get
is
one.
like
Everybody
I am
gets
really
one.
stoked. The Orville season 2 just dropped
Yeah.
as well.
Orville has been. So, have you watched any of the episodes yet?
No, I haven't gone to
Okay.
it yet.
They're fun.
Is that the guy that makes popcorn?
Yes, it is actually.
That's
yes.
actually Redenbacher.
Yes.
No.
Or Orville's just a
Hey,
face.
did you watch the beginning of the ranch? You still haven't. Never mind. We won't talk about it. Okay, Cam, what are you excited for?
Did you guys see the trailer for Spider-Man: Far From Home?
I did see
I
it today.
watched
What
it
did
in
you
the break
think?
room.
Yeah,
I
what did you guys
missed
think?
everything.
Joe's like, what am I doing with my life?
I'm excited. I think it's cool. Ever since I saw like this stupid meme that said it looks like Tom Holland sucking on a frog.
Wait.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
watched.
that.
I don't
What
remember
part?
that.
What
it had
part?
It had nothing to do with the trailer.
Just
It
his face in
Just
general?
his face, but I'm gonna pull up Tom Holland right now.
I'm
But
gonna give you.
someone was like, "Why does it look like Tom Holland's always sucking on a frog?"
What I love is all the memes are like the Avengers trailer that dropped.
it kind of does. It's kind of like how Rami
all
Malek.
the
so
Avengers
true.
trailers that drop. It's like when Stark's like, "You've always been the one." It shows a picture of Aunt May.
Yeah. I love how also someone posted a picture of Rami Malek, and it's like, why does he always look like he's trying to eat potato chips quietly?
How'd that go again, Dave?
So I'm going to give you a hot take. I'm going to see Spider-Man, obviously, but I thought it did not look exciting at all.
I'm just excited for Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, when he
That-
showed up and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, but also I'm watching it, I'm like, it looks like Spider-Man 3 to me because it's got like the elemental people with like Magna Man or whatever and Water Guy.
You can't relate it to that because it's a completely new franchise.
Well, I'm just saying when I watched it, it just felt like
it's
when I watch Marvel,
patch.
but when I watch Marvel trailers, they usually do a good job of getting me excited for it.
That's true.
Stoked, if you will.
Disney is very good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this trailer just did not get me excited at all. I was like, I'm going to see it. Although the very end I thought was funny when Flash was like, I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the best. He has all my respect. And then he talks to Peter Parker. He's like, what's up, dickweed? Or whatever. It's like, that's pretty funny. But yeah, my hot take. I don't know. Spider-Man Far From Home does not
maybe
look that
so you get
exciting
your
to me.
libido up.
Did you ever see
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse?
No, I didn't. That one. See,
I've
that
heard
one.
that's really
We
good.
talked about seeing that.
Yeah, that one got me. It got me to. It's to the point now where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait till it comes out for like $4 and then watch it at home. Yeah, Joe, do you have anything you're stoked on?
I am stoked that Game of Thrones did have its release. Refused to see that trailer though. Couple things. I am going to Tahoe this
Oh, that's
week,
fun.
so I'm very excited about that.
You're off parole now.
Yeah.
Why do you say parole?
They let me leave the state.
Yeah, they let you leave the state. Is that how it's
I got my,
pronounced? Parole.
anklet off. There was one more thing. I just started watching that show You on Netflix.
Okay, so I have a rant about you at the end of my things I'm excited
sorry,
about.
Joe.
How far are you?
Yeah, seriously.
I am almost to the end. I'm like on episode 7, and I think there's 10 episodes in.
I finished it.
total.
What do you think is gonna happen?
Only thing he's ever finished.
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
But it's captivated me. I'm
It is
interested.
captivating. Have you watched any of you?
No, I've been busy watching.
I feel
Sex
like it's something
Education.
you would. Yeah, I feel like it's something you would hate
Oh
because
yeah, that just came out too.
Wait, what?
Sex Education?
Yeah, it's very.
it's a show on Netflix.
Netflix.
As
The,
well.
No,
the first
I
4
gather.
episodes are very okay, and then now I'm emotionally invested.
Mm-hmm.
And Gillian Anderson from X Files is the main character's mom in it, and she is so attractive. She aged so well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in love with her. I want her
See,
in my life.
Well, one thing I only saw I watched the full trailer to You, and it just looked creepy. Like it just looked like
It's not as creepy. It reminds me of like a CW version of Dexter. It's kind of
Yeah,
what it is.
that's very
But
accurate.
Cam, why you would hate it is remember how in Battlefield Earth they kept trying to do what the Dutch
Dutch angles the whole time.
because they were trying to be like artsy or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like
Dutch
this.
angles?
Yeah, Dutch angles is like where it's from the side. and
It's
low.
under a blanket.
Yeah.
Oh.
So have you noticed, Joe, that in you
That was funny, Gregor.
he gets one every episode. He gets one good one. Have you noticed, Joe, that in You they really do that hard focus where they have a soft outside, like a soft. It's like an M&M.
It's a hard
Candy shell.
No, it's
where
a
like the
reverse
edges,
M&M.
the edges are completely out of focus, and then just the center is extremely focused. Have you noticed they do that
Yeah,
a lot?
I actually
They
have
do that
noticed
way
that.
too much. Like you, as a person with a master in fine arts, you would probably hate
would
this
probably kill me.
show so much because it's trying to be pretentious, but it's like a 13-year-old living in Beverly Hills pretentious.
like one that is one of my students.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's how it feels to me. I don't mind because I'm
Aims
a
for
peasant.
high school filmmaker. That's what everyone's aiming
So
for.
also, you said that show Sex Education. Did anyone ever watch the Masters of Sex show?
No.
I heard it was incredible and like
Yeah, do you guys remember when I was on it?
Okay.
You were the top master.
Well, no, because I've seen the cast list and it's some like big guns, and I've heard really good things about it. But I can't find it anywhere to watch for free.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually haven't even heard that one about that show. I just know Masters of None.
I think you got to rewind to make it bigger.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
because no one watches
All of our
it.
audio listeners have no idea that you are talking about Cam's
gigantic biceps.
Yeah, his huge biceps that have a VHS on it. Not just a VHS, a tattoo of a VHS. Someone thinks we just have like a VHS taped to your bicep. Okay,
Rewind.
so I'm going to tell you guys what I'm stoked on. So
Let's do it.
The Umbrella Academy. Have you guys heard of this thing?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I'll explain it to you a little bit. Cam knows.
Gerard Way.
Yeah, Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance.
Nice.
It's the comic book
Oh,
he
wow.
created. It's coming to Netflix February 15th.
Amazing.
Yeah, so the premise is pretty
it
much a bunch
live
of
action or animated?
live action. And I have a trailer I can show you if you guys want to see. But it's pretty much the concept is a bunch of babies are born on the same day in 1989 to women that were not pregnant the day before. So like 43 women woke up and were pregnant and then gave birth the same day.
Yeah.
And all these kids have some type of like power or something. And so some billionaire guy comes and adopts 7 of them and tries to like use them to stop the end of the world. So it's like a dysfunctional X-Men kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me tell you about some of the powers that these people have. One of them has the ability to manipulate reality by lying. One of them has super strength,
That is
specifically
interesting.
like a Martian ape.
Wait,
Didn't know
what?
that was a thing. Yeah, he has super strength like a Martian ape. I didn't know that was a thing. One person has enhanced breath holding. That's great.
Okay.
Michael Phelps over here. One person can time travel, but with the cost of aging extremely quickly. So like they have really
Wow, I
weird.
like
They
that.
have
That's
really
cool. Don't like
weird
that.
powers. And Ellen
think there's a
Page.
really cool twist
Ellen
on
Page is going to be in it. And
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, and Mary J. Blige.
Don't love her. I
Yeah.
love
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page is going to be good. And what's interesting is in this trailer, it shows only 6 kids, but there is a 7th listed, but the actor isn't listed on like the Wikipedia and IMDb.
Oh, I can't wait for
So
Brad
it's-
Garrett
Where's
to
it
be
gonna
in
be?
this.
Yeah, so I don't know, or like Gerard Way shows up as like a cameo in it or
Oh,
something.
no.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
I'm not okay. I promise.
Oh, I like that.
Trust me.
The jet set life is going to kill me. So the next thing,
How old are all these kids in this?
So they're not kids that show.
37.
No, they're actually in their 30s. So
I
they
was
come back to
kidding.
them when they're in their 30s.
I was gonna
So
make
it's
a-
like once they stop.
I was
So
gonna make
so
a
the premise.
teenagers joke.
Yeah, no. The
Yeah.
premise of this show is that they were adopted as kids, but then disbanded, and then in their 30s they have to come back together because the end of the world is imminent, and then they have to
okay.
stop it.
So
this-
it's like Overwatch.
the second thing I'm excited about is The Prodigy. Have you heard about this horror film coming out?
Yes,
No.
that
Oh.
looks.
Yeah, so it's one of the
intense.
it's one of the kids from It is in it. So you know it's going to be good acting because those kids did an amazing job. But it's
Do
a
you
new
know which one?
Peter
Well, it's also
Peter Schilling? No,
I could
that's
tell
the
because it
other
shows they show a lot of different scenes in the trailer where the kid's aging. So you see him as like an infant, like
Oh,
a
nice.
toddler. I think the main plot point happens when it's like probably like in between like 10 and 5.
Yeah, somewhere there. But it's a new horror film coming out in February. What I love of the trailer is they show the old school Orion Pictures logo. Do you guys remember that from like
Yes,
the Terminator movie
Yeah,
and
I saw
RoboCop?
that. I was all like,
Yeah,
what?
I was like, I didn't even know they were still a company.
I didn't either.
I had no clue they were still making movies. So that got me super excited for some reason. And this is another movie that pregnant women should not watch because it's about your kid being super creepy and trying to kill you.
Great.
they're like, the
I
hook-
wrote here, I must be getting weak because the jump scare at the end of the trailer actually made me scared, which I normally don't get scared of
man.
jump scares.
No, what really got me is like the little kid's like, "Mommy, would you still love me no matter what I do?" And it's just like super.
Yeah, it's super
creepy.
creepy. It's super creepy. The director said that there's a scene they had to re-edit because during a test screening in October, the audience screamed so much they missed crucial dialogue following the scare, so they had to like re-edit
man.
the scenes. He's like, if everyone's screaming, they're not going to hear this thing.
Well,
you know?
then make the dialogue like a few seconds later, because
No, that's what they had to do. They had to
just
re-edit
editing.
it that way.
I
And
love
then
when horror movies come out outside of October.
yeah, me too. I normally don't like the horror movies that come out around October.
hashtag scare May.
All right. So
Let's take that one.
That's
out.
great.
the actor, you know, I don't do anything in post production
No,
to make you
nothing.
sound less stupid.
I'm gonna put this
No, you had a really good joke to this podcast.
I know, and I was like,
But you got one. Just wear that one.
I can't let it
just
go.
Keep it
Can't let
there.
it go.
So the actor Colm Feore is in both the Umbrella Academy and this movie. So
Oh,
there's
really?
a little bit of a
There's some
connection there.
continuity.
Now let me
Tie-ins.
rant real quick, and then we'll be done. Rant about this. So the show You
Me?
on Netflix.
Joe?
You. The show You on Netflix has gotten a season 2. Been greenlit for a season 2. You know what show didn't get greenlit for a season 2?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
It's a show that I was extremely excited
On
about at the
Netflix?
beginning. Yeah, at the beginning of this year, and I mentioned it multiple times that people need to watch it.
Everything sucks.
Yeah, you saw it on my paper.
No, I didn't
Oh.
actually, because I watched it and it's a good show.
So
Yeah, that show was great.
Everything Sucks hurt me to my core when they didn't sign on for a second season, because that show was probably my favorite Netflix series this year, easily. Like, that thing was amazing. I think it was one of I never connected with Freaks and Geeks. I feel like I
did have a Freaks
connected.
and Geeks
Yeah,
vibe,
I
though.
connected on this level like people do with Freaks and Geeks. Like the show was amazing.
Well, it took
And-
place in the 90s. We could have
True. It's because it's our
more
stuff.
relatable
It's
to
where
us.
where we grew up and everything. So not that You was bad. I thoroughly enjoyed You. It had it had a lot of good twists going through it and moments and stuff, and it was very funny. But I am just so upset that You gets a season 2 and Everything Sucks doesn't. Like,
Does it say that
what?
Everything Sucks just doesn't get a season, or are they done with Everything
They're
Sucks?
done with it, and the reason is they couldn't justify a season 2 because the completion rate of Everything Sucks was lower than any other Netflix show they had. So people started it, but no one completed it, and they're like, we can't justify doing a season 2. And I'm like, people, like, you're gonna sit through 10 episodes of You, but you're not gonna sit through 10 episodes of Everything
It's because
Sucks.
it's got that one dude from Gossip Girl. That's the only reason people are
It
watching.
just makes me so mad.
I mean,
And
honestly,
so-
the only way. First off, Everything Sucks in the poster. Everything about it looked like a kid's show. The
You're
only
right, it
reason
did kinda look like a
why
kid's show.
I watched it was because you said it was good,
Oh.
and I liked it. It's a good show.
It was amazing.
But if it's not recommended to someone, everyone's gonna think going into it it's a kid's show.
Yeah,
because
that's
it
true.
definitely has that look.
Wait, we should get something going for it. And I mean, why not?
People
try?
already did.
Yeah, the show was incredible.
You mean get something going like a petition?
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, those things don't work. Like the people
Let's
already
build
did.
a
Believe me,
wall.
I was when it got canceled. I was one of the people that tweeted out trying to get it to go and everything, but it's not gonna happen. Hey, real quick question for you, Joe. From you, do you get frustrated because Guinevere Beck is the dumbest person that doesn't deserve to have people stalking and killing for her at all?
No, not really.
I get so frustrated.
Yeah, I get so frustrated too. It
That
drives me
chick,
crazy.
me and Madison had a full-on conversation about that. This girl, like in this show, like everyone's obsessed with this girl, and she's a mess, a hot mess, and there's no reason why people should be obsessed with
That's
her.
like real life.
No
though.
reason.
There's plenty of people who are obsessed with someone.
What? Why you
and
got-
they're hot messes.
Am I turning into a 15-year-old
the
girl
look,
right now?
The look that Krager and I just gave each other was just like dude, we'd probably like her.
See, this is married man saying, "I don't want a hot mess," and
no,
you
it's just-
guys
we
are all
just
like,
make-
"Yeah, let's go bang her and then see
no,
what
no,
happens."
We just make choices that are
yeah,
probably
broken
unsavory.
people like broken people.
Yeah, broken people
Okay.
like broken people.
Okay.
I loved that. Thank you. Aw, poem.
Okay.
Poem alert.
Okay.
That's just
All right.
that
Yeah.
makes
I
a
mean,
lot of
it's-
sense.
that's
You're
real life.
you're a well-adjusted normal person.
I am a
Most people aren't.
well-adjusted normal person.
Yes, who
I did take my Xanax today.
But you is real life. I mean, there are plenty of people who get obsessed with someone and put them on a pedestal. And
you is
No, you is real life. Oh, thanks, man. Bro, you is
It
real
sounds like
life,
it sounds like a conversation at a bar.
You
is real life.
You is real life.
You is real
Joe.
life.
Joe, you is real
stop
life.
stop it.
this is
Son,
real, right
Speaking
here.
of the bar, I went out with your friends and you didn't.
When did
Yeah,
you guys?
this last
After
Friday.
after.
Talk
Oh,
about
Friday.
Stoked on, man.
Dude, I couldn't speak.
Oh.
We already had this conversation. I couldn't talk. I would have went out if I could
Do you
talk.
want to tell them why you came out with us?
He wanted to get laid.
No. It was a funny coincidence, but it was awesome. He came out, he had a lot of fun, and he connected with our group of friends.
All right, I'll ask you off air.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for doing this. Those are the things we're stoked on. Yeah. Check out the links to the trailers down below in the description because I don't really put them in here anymore because then we get demonetized even though we don't make any money. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks, guys.
Bye, love you.
Bye.
Kind of like you.
While we haven't heard or seen it, there is something to perceive. A novel type and hype, give us something to believe on. When they chose to focus emphasis, we're forming a hypothesis. But all we really know is that we're stoned on this, stoned on this, stoked on this.
So here's the
really
thing, you know what
fun.
the first thing I'm gonna purchase actually with any like money I make on the Patreon.
Sex
and Amazon.
robot.
Sex robot. And after that, after I'm done with that, I'm actually gonna get some new stands because I'm so sick of because it's way more fun to slam your hand, but that's so annoying sounding. Like it's so bad.
I literally had like
I need to get
I had to
crane
kind of sit
ones.
on my hands.
But even then, we
Like-
still did it a bunch in that episode, so it's kind of like a bummer, yeah. Because when we make points, all right, let's do this stoked on this.
have anything ready.
Yeah.
Are we even making anything? I don't know.
At the car wash.
Walking at the car wash.
Baby.